The Saints held their rookie minicamp this weekend, bringing in the class of 2022 alongside the guys they signed in free agency. At the top of the five-member class from this year's draft is former Ohio State wide receiver Chris Olave. The Black and Gold spent a lot of capital to move up to select the former Buckeye with the 11th overall pick, and he says he's excited to join a room that includes fellow Buckeye Michael Thomas.
We met a couple times. I've seen him. He came to a game in my college, but since I got drafted, I feel like we got closer and closer. It's been good, man. Just getting used to the weather, getting used to the heat, and being in a new atmosphere, being in a new environment. I feel like it's going to be good for me, and I can't wait to get better.
Small sample size, but just same things that we saw on tape. A guy that is really fast, smooth in transition. Good route runner, and look, ultimately, he's the type of character person that we wanted to bring into the building, and I think that's as important as anything.
Now turning our attention to baseball, Calvary's honored the memory of fallen teammate Lane Mangum all season. There's no doubt number 16 is proud of what the Cavs have been able to do. To Hammond, USA we go. Cavs up 3-1 in the top of the 6th against Ouachita Christian. Logan Fontenot base hit to left. The runner on second scores easily. The runner from first thrown out at third, but the Cavs with some cushion leading 4-1. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2. 2 outs. Calvary 1 out away from a state title. Base hit just inside the right field line. Brings in 2 with the bases loaded. This goes to extras, tied at 4. In the top half of the 8th inning, bases loaded for Calvary. Logan Fontenot, little blooper to right. The runner on third has to hold up. The throw home, not in time, well away from the catcher. The second runner comes in, Sawyer Fowler. Calvary plates 8 in the top half to lead 12-2. And in the bottom of the 8th, 1 out, a runner on a liner to second base. The throw to first ends the game. Calvary wins their 5th title in program history as they beat Ouachita Christian 12-4. Staying on the diamond, the Arkansas softball team already won the regular season conference title, but they were trying for the double dip with the SEC tournament this afternoon. Arkansas leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd with runners on the corners. Marlene Friedman at the plate. Bloop single off Megan Schumacher scores Casey Hoffman, and the Razorbacks are up 2-0. Bottom of the 5th, same score with the runner on first for Hannah McEwen. She singles to right field. The throw from right off line. KB sides, gets up and goes home. Scoring on the error makes it 3-0. Now the 7th inning, 4-0 Arkansas. Shanice Dels getting it done in the circle, looking for the complete game, and it's over. That's your ball game. Arkansas wins their first ever conference tournament title. For the longest time, it seemed like the Saints could never pick up a high-profile name from LSU. This offseason, the Black and Gold managed to wrangle 2 former Tigers to the Big Easy. First, it was safety Tyrann Mathieu, and now it's wide receiver Jarvis Landry. The soon-to-be 9-year NFL veteran was officially introduced as a member of the franchise today after news broke of his signing late last week. After a long wait to sign, Landry says it was worth it to end up in his home state.
It's a special time. It's a special time. As a kid growing up, being from Louisiana, you always want to play for your hometown team. So it's a blessing to be here and to have this opportunity. It was a bit stressful. It gave me an opportunity to train like I wanted to, be with my family, spend time with my family, but also gave me an opportunity to, be able to call New Orleans home. I had a great visit when I came. Me and Mickey spoke. Me and DA spoke. I had a great conversation with Jameis that led to future conversations down the road that ultimately leads to me sitting here in this seat.
In other Saints-related news, former quarterback Drew Brees and NBC have reportedly parted ways after just 1 season. The New York Post reports that the decision was mutual and Brees could end up with Fox. Brees said in a tweet that his future for the fall is still undecided. Speaking of LSU, the baseball team celebrated Senior Day, and while that's a special moment, the Tigers were trying to avoid a sweep at the hands of Ole Miss. Trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th, Trey Morgan facing Derek Diamond high and deep to the diamond deck and right, ties it at 3. That's your score in the top of the 5th with Eric Reiselman on the mound for LSU. Kemp Alderman with the runner on hits a deep shot to center field, a 2-run bomb. The Rebels add another 2-run homer later to lead it 7-3. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th. Tigers trail 8-5. Drew Bianco on deck, his dad Mike. The head coach in the opposite dugout, Tyler McManus with the home run already and 2 on at the plate, can tie it with one swing. Brandon Johnson blows it by him. Ole Miss picks up their first sweep in Baton Rouge in program history. Well, staying on the diamond, first round play of the NAIA tournament begins tomorrow, and the LSUS Pilots have hosting duties at Pilot Field. The venue's been kind to LSUS this year with 25 wins and just 1 defeat. It was a different story in the conference tournament in Sterlington as the Pilots lost back-to-back games for the first time this year. Their quick elimination did come as a surprise, but head coach Brad Neffendorf hopes the team can pull something positive from the setback.
They don't have a choice. I think they're hungry though. You know, obviously it was just a bad weekend in general, but I think ultimately the end could be better than it was bad. I think it gave us a chance to understand that, you know, if we don't show up, we can get beat. You know, we haven't been beat back-to-back games all year. Hadn't been walked off, hadn't been smacked in the face, and we got smacked in the face game 1. We got walked off in the last inning game 2. So I think they're hungry. We got a chance to take a couple of days off and, you know, get the minds right and bodies right, and you know, hopefully if they're the team they're supposed to be, they'll come back a little bit, you know, a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder than they've had all year.
Louisiana Tech played 22 innings of baseball yesterday to book their spot in the Conference USA Championship. The Bulldogs were hoping it would take just 9 against UTSA to earn an automatic bid to regionals. Bottom of the 1st, runners on the corners for Cole McConnell. Jacob Jimenez on the mound, and McConnell finds the gap in right center. That brings in Philip Matulia for the first run of the game as McConnell slides in for the double. Tech adds 1 more to lead 2-0. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Tech trails 5-3 with the bases loaded. Steele Netterville at the plate. Luke Malone on the bump for the road runners, and Netterville down the left field line. That scores 2 to tie the game at 5. Tech eventually takes the lead 6-5. Now to the top of the 7th. Ryan Harlan on the mound for Tech. Ian Bailey at the plate for UTSA. He's a transfer from Grambling. High fly to left. Adarius Myers at the wall, and it's over for a 2-run home run. UTSA in front 7-6. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 7. 2 on for Philip Matulia with 1 out. Grounder off Malone. Play at second. Throw to first is wide. Wade Elliott comes in to score. Tech leads it 8-7. Top of the 9th, Kyle Krieger in to close it out for Tech. Ryan Flores swinging on the first pitch. Oh my goodness, can it be? Over the right field wall, ties it at 8. Crazy in Hattiesburg. Bottom of the 9th, 2 on and 2 outs. Still Netterville back at the dish. Braylon Owens on the mound. Netterville down the right field line. Riggs Easterling comes in for the winning run. The Shreveport native delivers Louisiana Tech its first Conference USA baseball championship.
For Steele Netterville to come up and walk on. Louisiana Tech DNA, Bulldog man through and through. Couldn't happen to a better guy. I'm so proud he was there at that moment and got it done. He'll have that forever with all these people here. I'm like in shock. Things happen so fast the way we do it. It ain't like it's you're winning the game just like last night. It happened so quick, and it means everything. We've been sweating going to a regional for about a month, and we were in it all along. We just had to win the tournament. Now I'm more proud of that, more than winning it, that we're going to be playing next week with an opportunity to keep moving on. So it means everything. It's all about those guys right there.
All right, switching focus now. LSU was 1 win away from reaching the semifinals in the SEC tournament, but despite falling short, the Tigers had a good run in Hoover without some key bats. Jacob Berry and Cade Doty didn't see the diamond at all, but head coach Jay Johnson expects that duo to be back in action when regional play begins. The Tigers enter tournament play hoping to earn hosting duties, and Johnson believes they've done enough to hold games in Baton Rouge.
We swept the defending national champion on the road. We swept the College World Series runner up from last year on the road. We beat Florida 2 out of 3 on the road, beat Georgia 2 out of 3. We went 20-5 non-conference. So I think we're a worthy host, but there's only 16 of those, and we'll see.
Well, in the committee's eyes, the Tigers did not do enough, as Baton Rouge will not be a host site. Some of the Big names to pay attention to: Austin, College Station, Hattiesburg, and Knoxville are hosting sites as Tennessee won the SEC championship